2025 is shaping up to be one of the best years for Xbox, if not the best in this console generation. After a very slow start to this console generation, it looks like Xbox is finally beginning to release exciting titles on their Game Pass lineup. With the Xbox Developer Direct on January 23rd, we got to see some of those banging titles, and boy, were they banging. I felt they absolutely nailed this direct, and the games showcased were impressive in their own unique ways. There was even a game in this direct that flew completely under my radar, but now I'm totally excited to get my hands on this game. In this video, we'll go over the game showcased in the Xbox Developer Direct and what are my thoughts for each game. Before we dive in, please like the video if you enjoy this type of content, and subscribing is great as well. But without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Ninja Gaiden 4 is the latest installment in the long-running Ninja Gaiden series. Announced during the Xbox Developer Direct in January of 2025, this game is a collaboration between Team Ninja and Platinum Games. Now, this is a very exciting collab as both have a history of developing great action combat games, with Team Ninja working on the previous Ninja Gaiden titles and Platinum Games most notably known for their work on the Bayonetta series and Metal Gear Rising. I really like the trend of having multiple studios work on a game, as this helps bring fresh ideas. Ninja Gaiden 4 promises intense, high-speed combat with a blend of Team Ninja's refined combat mechanic and Platinum Games' stylish, dynamic action gameplay. Players can expect an epic hack-and-slash battles, visually stunning combat, and a mix of legacy techniques and new abilities. The game is set to release on Xbox Series, Steam, and PS5, and will also be available on Xbox Game Pass at launch. And for anyone wondering if Ninja Gaiden 4 is a first-party game for Xbox, the answer is yes. It has been confirmed by multiple Xbox executives that Ninja Gaiden 4 is indeed an Xbox first-party game. Now, I know some of you may be wondering like, AG, how is a first-party game if it's going to be on PS5? And that's a valid question to have. The reason is that not only is the game being published by Xbox Game Studios, but the game is also going to be a day one Game Pass title, meaning on its release, Ninja Gaiden 4 will be available to play on Xbox Game Pass. I think the game launching day one on Game Pass just shows that Microsoft is just totally committed on having Game Pass day one exclusivity, rather than striking deals with game studios on just making a title an Xbox exclusive like in previous generations. And I think this is going to be the way Microsoft competes against a Sony or Nintendo with these day one Game Pass titles for years to come, as both Sony and Nintendo clearly are ahead of Xbox when it comes to console hardware. Now, the story follows a new protagonist named Yakumo, a young ninja prodigy who teams up with legendary Ryo Hayabusa. An ancient enemy returns, an endless reign of miasma hangs over a near-future Tokyo in the wake of an ancient enemy's resurrection. The fate of the city lies in the hands of young ninja prodigy Yakumo, fighting his way through cybernetic ninja soldiers and otherworldly creatures. Yakumo must reconcile a destiny he shares with the legendary Ryo Hayabusa himself and free Tokyo from the ancient curse that brought the city to its knees. The game features a futuristic, non-lit cyberpunk version of Tokyo, offering a new exploration and traversal opportunities. And I have to say, the art direction and level design that we've seen so far in the Developer Direct looks very promising, as it looks to be a linear style of game based on what we've seen in this Developer Direct. It's an exciting return for fans of the series and a great opportunity for newcomers to experience the thrill of Ninja Gaiden. South of Midnight is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Compulsion Games and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game takes place in a fictionalized version of the American Deep South. Players take on the role of Hazel, a young woman who discovers she has magical weaving powers after a hurricane devastates her hometown of Prospero. As Hazel, you'll navigate this fantastical world, encountering mythical creatures inspired by Southern folklore and using your weaving abilities to mend broken bonds and spirits. The game features a unique stop-motion animation style, which can be disabled if preferred. It's designed to be a dark modern folktale with a rich narrative, immersive music inspired by the South, and visually stunning environments. The game combines elements of magical realism with third-person action-adventure gameplay. Hazel's journey involves confronting dangerous creatures known as Haints, exploring diverse regions of the South, and uncovering her family's past. One thing that stands out for me is the deep Southern folklore of this game. I think Compulsion Games deserves some credit for pitching the idea of having the game revolve around Southern folktale storytelling, as it gives me somewhat of a breath of fresh air when it comes to single-player narrative action games. Hopefully South of Midnight can bring a good balance of storytelling alongside a solid action combat system that looks really good so far based on what we have seen in the Developer Direct showcase. Another thing that really stands out is the boss battles, and man, do they look epic. The boss encounters do give me some Monster Hunter vibes, which is exciting to see, as the scales of some of these bosses look to be massive and intense. It will be interesting to see how long the duration of these boss battles will persist, and to learn the folklore of each boss before each encounter. South of Midnight is set to release on April 8th, 2025 on Xbox Series, Steam, and Day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. Currently, it is unknown if the game will be ported to PS5 in the near future. Expedition 33 is an upcoming turn-based RPG developed by Sandfall Interactive. Set in an apocalyptic version of France, the game follows a group of young survivors on a mission to stop the Paintress, a godlike being who can kill people by painting their age in the sky. The game combines traditional turn-based combat with real-time elements, creating a unique and immersive experience. Players control a party of 3 characters, each with their own special abilities and skills. The combat system includes quick-time events, reflex-based actions, and skill-heavy conflicts, adding depth and excitement to battles. The story focuses on the emotional journeys of the characters as they navigate through various landscapes and face off against the Paintress's creations. The game's visuals are stunning, with a strong voice cast including notable actors like Andy Serkis and Devorah Wild. This game completely flew underneath my radar and made me realize that I need this game in my life. The story of Expedition 33 immediately pulls your attention with its influential tale of the emotional journeys of each character. The art direction looks incredible and gives the game a beautiful but yet dark aura about it. The turn-based combat looks interesting, but it is yet to be seen how much enjoyable the combat will be, as we only got to see a glimpse of it in the developer's direct. The turn-based combat does have engaging gameplay that will test your reaction times when dodging or parrying abilities and executing combo-like abilities that gives the combat a dynamic feeling. Expedition 33 is set to be released on April 24th, 2025 and will be available day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. The game promises to be a standout title of the year, blending the classic JRPG elements with modern gameplay mechanics. Doom: The Dark Ages is an upcoming first-person shooter game developed by id Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. Scheduled for release on May 15th, 2025, it serves as a prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal 2020. The game is set in a techno-medieval world blending dark fantasy and sci-fi elements. Players take on a role of the Doomslayer, who's portrayed as an iron tank, with enhanced melee options and a slow-motion glory kill feature for improved control during combat. The Slayer wields a variety of new weapons, including the shield saw, a skull crusher, and melee weapons like a gauntlet, an iron mace, and a flail. Combat in Doom: The Dark Ages focuses on strategic engagements with large-scale battles and the ability to ride a cybernetic dragon and pilot a 30-story mech. The game also emphasizes storytelling, providing deeper insights into the Doomslayer's origins and his rise as the last hope of a kingdom fighting against the forces of hell. When you think about a Doom game, you think about action-packed gameplay, demon slaying, and just an overall aura of being a badass. I really liked what I saw from the team at id Software, as they stayed true to what makes Doom such an intense but yet satisfying first-person shooter game. The new combat mechanics look to be simplistic, the art direction is dark similar to other Doom games, yet has a shade of a cyberpunkish element to it. Being able to traverse around levels with a dragon and a giant mech look absolutely epic, while the level design looks to be more open with different areas to discover. The difficulty sliders adds more replayability that will allow for different experiences each time you play, which I think it's a really cool feature that adds some innovation into the franchise. Let me know in the comments what everyone thinks about the new slider feature. Do you like it or do you dislike it? Doom: The Dark Ages will be a day 1 Xbox Game Pass title on May the 15th, 2025 and looks to expand on an already popular and legendary franchise that steers back all the way from the original Doom in 1993. Overall, the Xbox Developer Direct showcased us 4 very promising titles that will be pivotal for Xbox as they look to take a massive leap in 2025 after a very slow start in this console generation. I believe we are going to witness the biggest year for Xbox in quite some time that will attract new gamers and their Xbox Game Pass ecosystem and set the stage where Xbox will bring even more big titles day one on Xbox Game Pass. Let me know in the comments below if you think this will be a big year for Xbox and if you're excited to play any of the games showcased in this Developers Direct. And I hope everyone is having a great start to their year in 2025. Alright, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.